ladies, welcome to your first virtual Pilates class with me. I hope that you guys are all here. So we should have quite a few of you guys watching today. So it should be Mira, Hannah, Cameron, Dana, Nina, Anna, Elena, Samantha, and Alexis. So today we're just going to do some classic Pilates exercises that we've all done many times, so that you guys feel comfortable with what you're doing. So we'll start on our backs just like always. We'll do some ab work, we'll do all the stuff that we've done and progressed through over the past couple months, and it should be fun. So let's get started. Well, let's lie down on our backs here. Just like you would at the dance studio, you're welcome to be barefoot. You can have socks on if you prefer that. Just be in an area where you can reach all the way around and extend your legs so you're not going to kick anything, okay? So let's start arms down by our sides. Have that core nice and tight, and you want a small puff of air in your low back so that you're in that natural curvature of your spine. Make sure you're reaching long through the arms so the shoulders stay away from your ears, okay? And now open those shoulders and chest so you really feel like you're pressing into the mat or the floor depending on where you are. So lift all your toes up for me and let's spread them out and place them nice and heavy onto the floor. We're going to start tucking the pelvis under as we inhale. And as you exhale, lift those hips up nice and high. Now your feet should still be nice and strong. All your toes should still be planted. Your weight should be evenly distributed along your toes and the entire foot, okay? Make sure the back of that neck is long. You should have this nice long line with your spine. So you're not overextending, okay? Belly is still in. And let's do some little pulses with the hips while we're here. We're going to pulse for 5, squeezing your glutes, 4, 3, just those hips, keep the belly in. Last 2 and 1. Okay, rolling all the way down, articulating through each vertebrae here, and releasing all the way back into neutral. So pelvis should be flat, hip bones should be pointing straight up to the ceiling, okay? Another one like that. Weight in all your toes and distribute it along the entire foot, inhaling as you tuck, exhaling as you articulate and lift up. Feeling your glutes activate here at the top. Let's lift one knee into chair position, taking the leg right up. Try not to shift in those hips at all. Let's exhale, lower it back down. Other side, inhale, lift the knee up. Exhale, lower it back down. 2 more sets here. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Last set here. Abs are tight, and lower. Keep those hips lifted. Last time, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Now, if you've lost any height in those hips, give yourself a little lift, and then let's roll it all the way back down, articulating through that spine. Okay, let's kick it up a notch. So, we're going to tuck and lift just like before, inhaling to roll that low back flat, exhaling to lift up, feeling your knees reaching towards your toes. Let's lift your right knee up into chair position as we inhale. Exhale, extend the leg up nice and long. Now keeping those hips lifted, abs tight, you're going to lower the leg down towards the floor. Lift it up. 2 more. This supporting leg should be burning. You should be feeling it in that glute and hamstring. And lift. Bend the knee. Lower the leg down. Let's release the hips down for a moment. Now if your hamstrings cramp up at all during this, just release, let them settle down, and then pick up where you left off. Don't try to push through it. Okay, let's move on to the other leg. Inhale, sink the low back. Exhale, lift up. Shoulders are still wide, chest is still open. Left knee into chair. Exhale, extend. Keep the hips lifted and stable. Nice pelvic stability here, and then lowering the leg. And lifting, feeling that right leg working to stabilize you here. Last one, inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Bend the knee, lower the foot down, and roll those hips all the way through. Go ahead, give your knees a quick hug here. And place the feet back on the mat. Now make sure your feet are parallel. Easy way to do that is to bring the legs all the way, the feet all the way together. You're going to take a small external rotation and then turn out so that you know exactly where you are in space. Those feet should be just a small distance apart and nice and parallel, okay? So moving on. Let's tap into some abs here. So we're going to take your arms up to the ceiling, right over those shoulders. Have the hands kind of relax. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale to curl forward. Sink the low back into the mat by tucking the pelvis under and reaching long through those hands, okay? Now, you don't want to crunch the chin to your chest. A lot of times we do say chin to chest, but you still want a small space in between there. So you're lifting with the chest, you're working the upper abs, and then let's release it back down. Pelvis in neutral, head relaxes. Okay, same thing again. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl forward. Tuck the pelvis under and hold. Shoulders wide. Inhale as you release. Let's kick it up a notch. Exhale, curl forward. Take the right knee into chair as you lift. Lower it back down. Pelvis in neutral. Left knee lifts up. Reach long. And release. One more on each side now. If your neck is bothering you, try to engage those abs a little bit more. You are welcome to take one hand behind your head if you need to. Lower it down. Last time here. Reach. And lower. Okay, arms are going to rest down by our sides for a moment. And we're going to take those knees up into chair position, okay? Make sure you're in a comfortable position so that you can keep that tailbone sinking in. So if you need to adjust like your clothes or how you're sitting, go ahead and do so. We're going to be here for a minute. So legs slightly apart, toes are pointed, arms are long by your sides. Find that shoulder opening that we've been talking about, okay? Belly tight, navel to spine. Back stays the same, pelvis stays neutral. The legs move independently here. So right leg, we're just going to push the thigh away from us until the toes naturally tap the floor. And then nice and slow here, creasing at the hip, lifting the leg back up, working those lower abdominals. Left knee, inhale as it pushes away. Exhale as it lifts up. Okay, don't arch the back here, keep on alternating. And left. Exhale, lift. And right. And lift. Last time here. Okay, now we're going to glue those legs all the way together. Now, if you can't tap the floor without arching your back, just go as far as you can, okay? It doesn't have to be the entire way down, but go ahead, inhale, keep the pelvis neutral, keep sinking the tailbone, keep those ribs connected, and then lift up. Inhale, press those legs away. Exhale, lift it up. We're going for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And 2. And lift. Last time here. And lift up. Okay, staying here, let's go into some ab work. Taking the hands behind the head. This is our classic ab work that we've done many times, ladies. So let's start by keeping those legs in chair as we lift the head. Now again, you want to think chin towards your chest, but don't collapse and crunch the back of the head as much as you can. You want to keep a small space here. Keep those elbows wide so the shoulders stay down. Now let's add on. We're going to extend the right leg and rotate right elbow towards left knee. And we'll switch. Now, try not to rock too much. Trying to keep everything nice and controlled here as you come across. Don't let those legs drop. It's not a bicycle. The legs are coming straight in and out. And we're moving slow. We're isolating those obliques. Okay, we're going to go for one more set here. Last one. Okay, knees in. I want you to extend your arms. Okay, going into that double leg stretch. Keep pushing. We're going to extend the arms and legs, open the arms, pull the knees in. Little tuck here. And again, extend, exhale, open, little tuck. And again. Reach and pull it in for 2. Great job. to 1. Let's give that neck a break. Pull those knees in. Relax the head. You're welcome to draw some small circles here. Massaging out the low back. Go ahead and reverse them if you're doing those. Okay. Moving on to our scissors here. We're going to curl forward again, and we're going to reach up on that right leg. Now don't grab behind the knee, but like the calf or the ankle, depending on your flexibility, is great. Lowering that left leg to hover right above the floor or the mat, okay? Toes are pointed. Don't bounce at all in the torso. You're switching the legs and switching. Give that leg a little pull towards you here. And pull. Chest is lifted. Shoulders are down. Rotating the elbows towards the floor a little bit helps. Instead of having them up here where the shoulders kind of crunch up to your ears. Keep it moving. Let's add a little pulse here. Pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Keep alternating the breath. And pulse. Last set here. Right leg and left. Both knees in, head down. Good. Maybe roll those shoulders out a little bit. Rock the neck. My braids are stopping me from rocking the neck, but you understand what I'm saying. All right. Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to do our roll up here. We've done this almost every single class since we started, so we should all be very good at it. Okay, so we're going to extend the entire body. Legs are nice and long. Let's start with pointed toes. Arms are going to be up to the ceiling over the shoulders, or more advanced version, which a lot of you ladies love to do, is bringing those hands all the way back behind. Now, if you're doing the advanced version, my bar is in the way here. If you're doing the advanced version, try really hard to keep the head between the biceps. It's extremely challenging. I'm going to go ahead and do our normal version here. So toes are pointed, legs are slightly apart. Start by curling the chin towards your chest, sinking the low back, reaching forward as you roll all the way up. Let's flex the feet here, reach over the legs, sinking the shoulders, rolling back in the belly, point the toes, rest the head. Again, curl, reach, flex the feet, round over. Now don't collapse to your legs. You want to keep a nice round in that spine. Rolling it back, sinking the shoulders, low belly. Now the hardest part is this one right here. That first vertebrae getting it down into the mat without clunking, okay? Let's add an extra challenge. My toes need to be pointed. Okay, let's add an extra challenge here. Curling forward, nice and slow here. Reach, 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 reach. Flex the feet. Now rolling back, we're going to pause in that challenge point. So sink the shoulders, sink the low back. That first vertebrae in the low back, let's hold and lower down. One more time. Pointing the toes to start. Curling forward, reaching long. Flex the feet to round over. Maybe spread the toes apart. Give a nice back stretch here. And sinking back. Now we're going to hold right here. Low back is tapping the mat. Hold. And release. Point the toes. Let's open the arms. Place your feet on the mat. Sway the legs off to one side. You can always extend that top leg too. You might get a nice crack in the back if you do that. Go ahead and switch. Same thing, you're welcome to extend the top leg a little bit, get a little bit deeper. And back to the center. Okay, before we move on, we are going to do a nice little stretch here. So we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. Holding here for just a moment to open up the leg to the side of the room to release the hip a little bit. You can even add a nice arch of the back here if that feels comfortable. Okay, and then letting your spine move into neutral, and then all the way into a tucked pelvis position. So my low back is pressing into the floor, and we're going to take and pull that knee towards you. My right leg, the knee is still opening to the side of the room, but we're giving that left knee a little pull towards us. And then let's add our extension. Leg reaches up, leg drops all the way down. 2 more, extend and lower. Last time here. Lower it down. Okay, let's release and switch. Starting with just opening the leg, arching the back a little if it feels comfortable, opening the knee to release some of the tension in the hip. And then let's pull that knee in. So rolling through neutral into a tucked pelvis position so the low back is flat. Left knee is still opening out to the side of the room. Whew, one side might be a little tighter than the other, which is completely normal. Let's add that extension. Leg reaches up, leg folds all the way down. Reaches up, folds all the way down. One more time. Lower the foot, release the leg. Okay, so before we turn over onto our bellies, we're going to do a little bit of lateral work here. So let's take the hands behind the head. We're going to lift the head and chest, okay? And again, still reiterating this space between. I know sometimes it's easier just to kind of use the arms to crunch forward, but we don't want that. We want elbows wide, shoulders down, lifting with the chest, okay? And we're just supporting the head. So we're moving laterally here. Right elbow towards right hip. Chest is staying open to the ceiling and then comes to the center. Other side. Left elbow to left hip, coming center. Keep it rolling. Right and center and left and center. One more to each side here. Okay, now we're going to add on. So I want you to reach the right. You're going to lift and roll through the center over to the left. And then come center. Moving to the other side first. So to the left, lift, roll through to the other side, all the way to the right, come center. One more to each side. Right, lift, roll through to the left. And come center. Last one here, abs should be working. Lift and center. Release the head. Okay, so let's roll over onto our bellies. And we're going to do our swan. Then we'll do our big swan. And then we'll work a little bit of the glutes. Okay, so we're going to start forehead down onto the floor or your mat. Hands are nice and flat. And kind of pull them back towards your shoulders. Resting your forehead down. Tops of the feet should be pushing into the floor or mat as well. Okay, so my entire arm is supported from my fingertips to my elbow. It's very important, okay? Shoulders stay away from the ears, so let's start by letting those shoulders creep up and then press them down and back. Okay, this is the activation you should feel when you're starting out. Pulling the shoulders back, squeezing a little bit between those shoulder blades. Okay, clavicle is nice and wide. We are going to lift our head, rolling into the lift of the chest, pushing into the elbows, and then rolling it back down. Okay, same thing again. Lift the head, lift the chest, pull those shoulders down, push into the elbows. Now, my head is not up here. Back of the neck is long and in line with your spine, and then we're going to roll down. Okay, let's add on higher lift here. So lift the head, shoulders are down, pull the belly in, and lift up. Now, we're not collapsing into the low back. See me? You're lifting those hips, pulling the belly in. And then let's roll it back down, bending the elbows, rolling through. One more time like that. If you want a bigger space between the feet here for large swan, you can definitely do that. So let's go ahead, start it off. Start with that baby swan, pushing into the elbows. Step it up a notch to lift, extending those arms as long as you can. They don't have to be perfectly straight. Not sinking in. Lift. Bend those elbows. Rolling it down. And release. Okay? So let's prop ourselves up onto our elbows, taking one fist and taking the opposite hand around it. Okay? Now, we want to feel that lift that we just talked about. So belly's lifting up, hips are lifting a little bit as well, and we're not sinking into those shoulders. Staying strong, staying active, working those shoulders, okay? So we're going to focus on the legs. Lifting the right leg, squeezing the glute just until that thigh pops up off of the mat or floor, and then lower it down. Other side. We're not losing it in the upper body as the lower body works here. Let's alternate. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Isolating the low body. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Both legs float up and release. Float up, release. For 3 and 2. Last 1. And relax. Let's take a child's pose here. Lifting the hips, sinking yourself back. Relaxing the head. Okay, on to some balance work. Coming onto all fours, popping yourself up. This is my favorite little balance exercise. You're all very used to it. We do it almost every single class. So hands under the shoulders, knees under your hips, and head is nice and long here. So we're going to extend the right arm and the left leg, keeping those hips square, keeping the body nice and strong, and then bringing them underneath you, okay? Reset, and then other side. Extend, and bring it in. Extend, and bring it in. Extend, bring it in. Let's add on. Extending the right arm and the left leg again. Now we're not swaying out the back while we do these pulses, but we're lifting the arm and leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing it underneath. Other side. Extend. Don't sway out the back here. See how I lost my balance? So we're not swaying out the back. The back stays nice and strong. And just the arm and leg lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Go ahead, sit back. Roll out the arms a little bit. Can be a lot on the wrists. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some side work. I'm working the outer hip. And we'll do everybody's favorite, which is banana, which if any of you guys are on carpet, it'll make it a little bit easier than it is on the dance floor. Okay, so finding this banana shape, so feet and hand are slightly in front and the back of your body is nice and long. If you're on a mat, go ahead and come to the back edge of it, resting your head all the way down if that feels comfortable. I prefer if you do it this way, but if you need to prop it up a little bit higher, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay, important thing here is having this space between the low ribs and the hip. You're not collapsing into it, you have it nice and active, belly is in, hand is in front for support, or up on the hip for a little more advanced version of this, okay? Let's flex the feet, find that little puff of air, float that top leg up. We're gonna kick forward with the flex foot. We're gonna point and just press the leg back. Hips stay stacked, squeeze the glute, reach through the toes, nice and strong. And again, kick, kick, point, press it back, squeeze. For 3, exhale back. And 2, exhale back. Last one, kick, kick, exhale back, and hold little lifts here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Don't forget about this puff of air. Bring the leg in front. Let's flex the foot. Same thing. Pulse it up. 10, 9, controlled. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the leg right on top of the bottom leg and externally rotating. Let's point the foot here. So knee and top of the foot are reaching towards the ceiling. Lift as tall as you can without collapsing this small puff of air. Flex and lower. Point and lift. Flex and lower. For 3. And 2. Last one. Flex and lower. Okay, relax. Whew. We're going to go into banana. Okay, so most of us should put our hand in front here for a little support. Remember, you're focusing on working the side of the body that's up on top. So we're focusing on our right obliques here, okay? So let's lift just the legs and head here. And thinking of ribs and hip pulling together, you're crunching this space between them. Okay, let's lift and lower. And lift and lower for 2. Last 1. Okay, let's add this arm, comes with us. And lift for 2. Last 1. Okay, let's try a full version here, just for 2. See if we can lift and lower. Woo. 1 more. And lift and lower. All right, switching sides. Whole thing again. Okay, so bringing the feet and hands slightly in front. Palm is up here. Find that small puff of air in between the hip and the rib cage on this side. Okay, we're floating that top leg up. We inhale, kick forward. Exhale, point and press back. Squeeze the glute, keep the hips stacked. And again, kick, kick. Exhale, press back. For 3. And 2. Last 1. Hold here, pointed foot, pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes out in front, flex. And again, pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stacking the legs, one on top of the other. Okay, externally rotate. So we lift, flex, and lower without collapsing in this side of the body. For 3, and 2, last 1. Okay, relax. All right, so we're gonna go into banana here. Again, we should probably put this hand down. If you want an extra challenge and you want to put it on your hip, you're welcome to do that as well. But now we're focusing on it's my left side, so the side that's facing the ceiling, okay, the side that's lifted. Okay, so starting with just the legs and the head, lifting them up, collapsing this side, so you're sinking how much space you have in between here. And then lower. And lift and lower. For 2. Last 1. Okay, adding the arm. For 4. I'm really close to the edge here. And 3. And 2. Last 1. Let's do a full version here. For 2. And 1. Whew, that side's harder. All right, take a little breather here. Go ahead and sit up. Maybe roll out the shoulders. Okay. So I'm going to face the opposite direction again. But go ahead, come onto your back, however you feel comfortable getting there, so that you're lying down. Let's start with those legs nice and long here. Opening up the hips a little bit. Now take your right knee, pull it into your chest. Just releasing that psoas. Go ahead, extend. Other side, pull it in. Really squeezing the knee here. And extend. Okay, so let's keep the legs nice and long. You can relax your feet though. And let's bring those arms up. Okay, so let's open up your shoulders, work your rotator cuff just a little bit. Palms face away, elbows open, drop to the floor. Nice opening of the chest here, and then reach it back up. And again, pull down through the elbows, and reach it up. For 2. Last 1, holding here, adding on, rotating palms to the floor.
back of the hands to the floor. And when the back of the hands go to the floor, really push those elbows, almost like you're trying to rotate them towards the ceiling. And again, palms to floor, rotate through, back of the hands. Open up those elbows, so rotate those shoulders back, try to shine the inside of the elbow towards the ceiling. We're going to go for 2. And last one. Okay, we're going to stay here, palms up. We're going to reach the arms overhead. Big stretch here. And then we're going to lift the arms up and down. Okay? Now let's do some big shoulders here. Some big shoulder openers. Just working those arms. Palms are going to face down. We're going to open to T position. Then palms are going to rotate up, reach all the way overhead. And lift all the way down. One more time. Palms stay facing down as you open. Reach through those fingertips. Palms rotate up as the arms rotate overhead. Reach long here and lift all the way down. Okay, reversing the palm motion. So starting with the palms up, opening, big stretch here. All the way up overhead. Can you rotate palms down and lift up? It's going to feel kind of funny. Okay, let's do one more. Open, palms are up. If you can, rotate palms to face down as much as you can. Big shoulders here, lift all the way down and hold. Okay, so I want you to feel yourself completely release here. Legs will most likely fall open into an external rotation. Palms are facing up, shoulders down, okay? So we're going to work our breath for a moment. Letting the legs completely release. You can take a bigger spread between them if that's comfortable. And your spine should be just natural. However it sits is fine. You don't have to manipulate it at all. Let's shut our eyes. Taking an inhale, follow your breath into your belly, letting the belly expand towards the ceiling here. And then exhale, contract the stomach back in. And again. Blow out the belly as you inhale. And exhale. Contract, abs tight. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the belly in. Now I want the belly to stay nice and tight here. Letting the breath come into the back of your body. So, I want you to visualize it. Follow the breath. Inhaling into the back side of the body. Keeping the belly tight. And then exhaling, completely feeling yourself relax a little bit deeper into the mat. And again, inhale. Exhale completely, feel the shoulders release. Last one here, deep inhale. And a full exhale, feeling yourself release. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Relaxing the shoulders, letting your breath come into its natural rhythm. No longer manipulating it, letting it come into the body wherever it feels welcome. You ladies are finished for today. Great job. Thank you for joining me today. I will have another video up for you next week. Have a great day.